Torq Resources has copper and gold exploration assets in some of Chile's most prominent belts. Torq is the part of that very respected management team out of Oren, headed by Ivan Bebic. Of course, Oren got split last year into Fury, Sombrero in Tier 1. So well-respected management team here with some excellent assets in Chile. So why don't we get this rolling, Laura? I'll pass it back over to you.
Hello and welcome to the presentation for Torq Resources, a junior mining exploration company headquartered in Vancouver, British Columbia, and actively exploring in Chile, South America. My name is Shawn Wallace, and I'm the executive chairman, and with my cohort and business partner, Michael Henrichsen, we will be presenting this exciting opportunity today. First off, I'm just going to have you take a moment and read the disclaimer. I will be making some forward-looking statements, so please take a moment and read the slide. Now, Torq Resources, as I said, is a junior mining exploration company. It's always good to have a sense of what it looks like so that you can understand the value proposition as we tell you all the great things about our project as we go through this presentation. The company has 77.5 million shares outstanding, 85 fully diluted, treasury of about 5.8 million at the end of last quarter, and importantly, off to the right, and this is an important attribute for our group, management and directors and our close associates own about half the company, and that really allows us to align ourselves with all shareholders and stakeholders so that when the big one hits and we have all the success that is shared throughout our network. On our board, we have a very experienced and balanced management team. We have mining engineers, geologists, socioeconomic specialists, financial experts, lawyers, and accountants. Many of these names you may recognize from other companies and some of ours previously. Each person here has had a very successful career prior to joining us and since they've been with us. Now I'm going to hand it over to Michael to discuss our technical team and some of the merits of our projects. Michael?
Yeah, thank you, Shawn. Well, our team in Chile is absolutely professional. It's led by Waldo Quadra and his team of Javier Rojas, Piotr Palanchek, and Luciano Bocanegra. Together, they've made a major discovery, the El Moro deposit, which is now part of the Teck Newmont joint venture called Nueva Union. Beyond, of course, discovery, Waldo's run, Chile as in management positions for many majors. And with that experience and that deep knowledge of the country comes a Rolodex of projects and a Rolodex of people that they know. And that's allowed us to establish the portfolio we have in the last 12 months. Looking at our portfolio, we have 3 assets. We've just recently completed our acquisition of the Santa Cecilia project in the Maricunga Belt. Wonderful project with extraordinary potential. We are currently drilling at the Margarita project in the Coastal Cordillera Belt. And we have a third project in the El Indio belt where we're looking at porphyry mineralization in a belt that's known for its epithermal gold. Now, moving into the Santa Cecilia acquisition, it is located in the southern edge of the Maricunga belt, which has got 90 million ounces of gold endowment. Our immediate neighbors are the Norte Abierto joint venture held 50-50 between Newmont and Barrick. They hold the Caspiche and Cerro Casale deposits, which jointly have over 50 million ounces of gold and 13 billion pounds of copper. So incredible endowment in and around Santa Cecilia. Now, when you look at just the hydrothermal alteration footprint from an aster imagery, you can see that the alteration footprint at Santa Cecilia is large. And Caspiche is really part of the Santa Cecilia complex of hydrothermal alteration. And if you look at Cerro Casale, it's about the same size as Santa Cecilia. So we know we have a strong system at Santa Cecilia. Now, one of the important factors that I'd like to tell you about is Santa Cecilia has basically been frozen in time since 1990, where the last exploration, last large-scale exploration push finished. What you can see here in this map, all the black dots represent drill holes. This was done between 1988 and 1990 by a major mining company. They had some wonderful discoveries at Cerro del Medio, which we'll talk about, and at Vetus Condor. What you see here at the Cerro del Medio target area on top of the hill is some fantastic oxide gold intercepts. Whether it's 34 meters of 1.3 grams or 22 meters of a gram, longer intercepts of 162 meters of 0.6 grams gold equiv, or 256 meters of 0.43. That discovery, our job is to figure out how big it's going to be, what the ultimate grade will be, and how importantly its potential economics could be. Now, after that drilling got completed in 1990, the underlying owners waited 20 years to drill these two holes that you see outlined in blue. And the reason they drilled them is because the Caspice and Cerro Casale porphyry deposits had been found in the meantime. So they drilled these holes, and lo and behold, they found a porphyry system right underneath the oxide gold. 925 meters, a 0.45 copper equivalent over that interval. So wonderful stuff. Now, when you look at that in a vertical cross section, you can see that shallow drilling and all that oxide gold, and then you can see that porphyry intercept underneath. That's over 1 vertical kilometer of continuous mineralization. Subsequent to the drilling, a geophysical survey was completed. There's a 1-to-1 correlation between low resistivity and that porphyry mineralization. And that is represented by the purple colors here on this map. And that alteration and low resistivity has a dimension of 2 kilometers by 1.5 kilometers by 1 kilometer. It's an enormous volume of rock, and somewhere in there, there's going to be a sweet spot, and that's what we're going to go after. Now, moving to the western side of the project, there's grade at the Vetus Condor project. And here you can see an exploration tunnel had been put in during that the late 1980s into 1990. The first 32 meters of it, 3.84 grams gold equivalent. Beautiful stuff. The next 134 meters runs over a gram gold equivalent. And then deep in the tunnel, high grade shows up, 6 meters of nearly 20 grams gold equivalent, with the bulk of the interval containing 2 meters of 58 grams gold equivalent. Now, 3 drill holes only were put into this, and lo and behold, there's good grades here too. 7 grams over 20 meters. Our job is to explore for grade and expand upon that discovery. Moving along to the very eastern side of the property area, we're very close to the Caspice deposit. You can see that the geophysical signature here at Las Pircas and Pircas Norte is exactly the same as it is under Cerro del Medio, where that 925 meter intercept occurred. There are new discoveries to be made at Santa Cecilia, and our job is to go do that. Moving ahead to Margarita, it's located in the Coastal Cordillera Belt, excellent infrastructure, just 65 kilometers north of Copiapó, one of the great mining centers in Chile, with world-class deposits like Candelaria and Monteverde there. We've got a 4,000 meter program and 17 drill holes. Now, Margarita is characterized by a 5 by 6 kilometer hydrothermal alteration system. In the bottom left-hand corner of the tenement, where the black dots are, you can see there's some drilling that occurred. It was shallow. It defined a mineral inventory of between 30 and 50 million tons at around 0.5% copper oxide. Our thesis is that there's a copper sulfide source here, and that we're going to find it in the central regions of the property. You can see the main targets that we're going to be drilling here. The large green dots represent our current drill program, and we've got these 3 principal target areas that we're going after. We can expect results in the first quarter of 2022. Moving along to the Andrea project, located in the El Indio belt, really between Pascua-Lama and El Indio. This is a project that we have changed the thinking on. Basically, the El Indio belt is famous for its gold. We're saying that there's a copper porphyry system there at Andrea. We've seen the porphyry mineralization, and we're going to rapidly advance this to drill stage in the coming months.
Well, thank you very much, Michael. It's very exciting indeed. Now we should talk a little bit about Torq as an investment proposition. Spend a second here on copper being the right commodity at the right time. I don't think too hard to convince anyone that that's the case. The massive infrastructure initiatives that are happening globally, the electrification of transportation, and other initiatives that to help with the greening of our planet, all of them require copper. And all the big mines in the world, copper mines and gold mines, frankly, are all being depleted, and there aren't a whole lot of big ones coming on stream. That provides a very unique opportunity at a time when all the major mining companies are going to be seeking to replace those reserves and resources that are being depleted. They're going to need some way to replace them. I think Torq Resources might be an excellent place for that to happen. Near-term catalyst for the company: we're going to be drilling at Margarita, or we are drilling at Margarita. That's going to be ongoing into next year. Exploration in Santa Cecilia will begin in earnest here in the new year, and targeting Andrea and subsequent drill programs there as well. I want to thank everybody for taking the time today to listen to our story, Torq Resources, and If you have any questions or would require further information, please go to our website, www.torqresources.com, or feel free to reach out to anyone on our team. Thank you very much. Have a great day.